What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and the topic today, as it is pretty much all this week with fall camp starting, North Carolina Tar Heels football. In particular, we're going to explore Mack Brown's history playing two quarterbacks, and it's pretty good. He's had some very good teams that played two quarterbacks. We're going to dive into that here in just a moment. But first, quick reminder, for just $8.33 a month for a one-year subscription, you could be a member of TarHeelIllustrated.com. You have access to everything that we do, and you could be on our message boards where there's a bunch of smart, knowledgeable, respectful Carolina fans. It's not chaotic bullcrap that's hijacked by fans from other sites or anything like that. It's you and a bunch of diehard, knowledgeable Carolina fans sharing your thoughts about football, basketball, recruiting, all that kind of stuff. Plus, you get access to all of our premium content. It's just $8.33, guys. That's not even a drive-through meal anymore. So it's a no-brainer. Of course, if you do want to be a part of THI, or at least help us out, and you do not want to give up any of your personal information, you can always go to Venmo and send us a donation to help bring more content like this, help cover us doing everything we do. And remember, we go where the Tar Heels go. One of the top main two outlets covering North Carolina in football and basketball, and we go everywhere they go. I will not be in Hawaii this year because it interferes with football, the road game at Boston College, but we will have representation for the game at Hawaii and the games in the Maui Invitational, and it costs money. So we appreciate anything that you guys could do. Now, Mack Brown has a history playing two quarterbacks, and it goes back to his first time at North Carolina. In fact, Carolina got going. Jason Stanisic was a big part of it, but Mike Thomas was the ballyhoo guy that came in, and Mack would put him out there in stretches, and he played enough in the 92 and 94 seasons to call those two quarterback situations. In 93, it was predominantly Stanisic. He had a great year that year, and he was perfect for what that team did in 93, an incredibly explosive offensive team, one of the best offensive teams Carolina's ever had. But the reason I'm hitting on this is because Carolina just might be in a situation where it uses two quarterbacks this season with Connor Harrell and Max Johnson battling it out for the starting job. In fact, on Thursday in Charlotte, I asked them about Mack's history playing two quarterbacks. They didn't really know much about it. So I told Max, whose father is Brad Johnson, played a long time in the NFL. I said, ask your dad about Mack playing two quarterbacks at Carolina and Texas. He'll know. And I'm sure he does know. And what he knows, and what he's certainly found out since then, more than likely, is the Stanisic-Thomas combo. It was more Stanisic than Thomas, in some cases quite a bit more, but Thomas was still factored in. He was still a part of the equation. In 92, Carolina went 9-3, finished number 18 in the country. In 94, Carolina went 8-4, finished number 21 in the country. Then you have Chris Keldorf and Oscar Davenport. Now, in 96, it was predominantly Keldorf, and I think he was second team All-ACC. That club finished 10-2, and they're number 10 in the country. The following year in 97, I know that Keldorf got hurt a little bit, but it was back and forth. There was two quarterbacks. They both played an awful lot, and Carolina finished 11-1, ranked number 6th in the country. Fast forward to Mack going to Texas very early on. Once Chris Sims arrived, he had Major Applewhite, who was entrenched. Then it was sort of a two quarterback thing, and then Chris Sims actually became the regular starter and predominant snap taker. But one of those Texas teams that utilized them both a lot went 9-3 and finished 12th in the country. Fast forward a few more years to 2003. I don't know how many people remember that Chance Mack once started ahead of Vince Young, but he did, and they both took a lot of snaps that season, and the Longhorns finished 10-3, and they were ranked number 11 in the country. My point is this: Mack has a history of successfully using two quarterbacks. He has a history of finding packages that suit one and finding packages that suit the other, and then being able to camouflage some of that by running a lot of the same stuff that both guys can do. Well, what are some of the things that both guys can do in this case? They can both throw the long ball. They both can be dangerous in short yard situations. Max is a much better athlete than people give him credit for. He can run. He's a big kid, but he can pick apart a defense with patience. He's shown tremendous patience in college. Connor could take off and beat you with his feet. So there are some similarities and there are some absolute differences between these two guys. So I can see packages for both, scenarios for both. The reality is Mack Brown has proven over the course of his head coaching tenure that he'll use two quarterbacks. He'll use them sometimes one series or another series, or even situationally. Or sometimes you play them a couple series, one of them's hot, you ride the hot hand for a while. I'm not suggesting he's going to do that this year. I'm not suggesting Chip Lindsey wants to do that this year. But what I am saying is that if it does happen, at least Carolina fans should know that they have a head coach who has been very successful in the past when he's been forced to play two quarterbacks. I know there's an adage, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't really have one. And I get that. I do think that both Max and Connor start from about the average level at the minimum, and they could work their way up. So if you do have two quarterbacks who are diverse enough to have different packages and force opponents to just prepare a ton more than usual, it can be a positive thing. And Mack's proven in the past he can win with that. Each of the examples I gave you were teams that finished ranked in the top 21 nationally. Each of them. So that's your proof. Mack knows what he's doing with two quarterbacks. Although I think it's probably at some point in September, we're going to see basically one guy take the snaps, and we may see it when they get off the bus up in Minnesota on August 29th, which is Carolina's opener. And by the way, it's on Fox TV, not Fox Sports. It's on actual Fox. If you're in the triangle, that's Fox 50. So it's a great opportunity, too, for the Tar Heels to get some pretty solid exposure playing a Big Ten team on the road. What do you think about Mack's history being successful when he's had to use two quarterbacks? Do you think it has any bearing on anything now? Does it give you a little more confidence that if they do go that route, Mack has that track record? Or do you think the track record's so old at this juncture it doesn't mean anything? You let us know what you think. Let us know on our Facebook page. Let us know on Twitter. Send me an email. My email is now is now in the description there. And if we're looking for advertisers too, by the way, and my email is on those posts. So you can just click an email and send it to me, or you can sign up for just $8.33 a month for a one-year subscription, go on our message board and carry on the very interesting conversation that surely will be there about this topic. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please go ahead and click like. Please subscribe to our channel. Share this video in our channel with all of your Carolina friends. Let them know we are here, and hit that notification bell so you get updates every time we upload, which is often. I'm AJ, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by.